Hey everyone. So yesterday we looked at benzene. We looked at, of course, monosubstituted benzene, disubstituted benzene, and polysubstituted benzene. We looked at why benzene is very, very stable because of its electron delocalization. Now today we're going to look at benzene being a side group. Now in terms of priority chart, benzene, where is it placed? Now there's really no rule here, okay, in terms of where benzene can be placed, because benzene can be anywhere. Now, what it sees fit is that benzene, okay, so let's look at the priority chart in terms of priority. So we have carboxyl right on the top. Then we have aldehyde. Then we have ketone. Then we have alcohol. Then we have alkene. Then we have alkyne. Then we have amine. Then we have alkyl. Okay? Where's benzene? Well, benzene, it all depends on what's connected to the benzene. Okay? It could be here. Okay? And it could be here. It's hard to say. We're going to look at examples today and see where benzene is being placed. Okay, so yesterday, if you looked at all the benzene we looked at yesterday, it seems like benzene is right here. Okay, right on top of amine, because we saw an amino benzene yesterday. Okay, an amino benzene, trust me, is not very important. Okay, so benzene is here. So today we're going to look at benzene probably from here. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Now, let's do a lot of carbon drawings again. So if you have a long carbon chain and you have some double bond here, obviously right now automatically alkene. Okay, in alkene will take priority over benzene for sure. Okay, so if you have a benzene right here, and this is obviously won't be no side group. This is more of a side group. So we already call benzene as a side group. Benzene as a side group is called phenol. Now, do not mistake phenol and phenol. That's a big mistake. Okay, not even the same functional group that we're talking about here, but phenol is the name given, of course, when benzene is acting as a side group. So let's make this complicated. So let's put some ethyl group here, and let's take a look at how we're gonna name this. If we're gonna name this as a side group, obviously we want to know what number does it have. Now, for a question like this, hopefully you remember that you want to see who is the most important here. Alkene is the most important here. So alkene should have the lowest number. Makes sense. So therefore, we're gonna go right to left. Okay, and we're gonna indicate, of course, those side groups alphabetically. So for phenol, it's obvious that it is the P that we use for alphabetical comparison. So you're looking at 5-methyl, 4-phenyl, oct, 6-ine, 2-ene. I think I should really check my work from now on. Okay, so here it is. That's how we use benzene as a side group. It's nothing more than just a phenol. So, hey, your turn. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I hope you didn't get all dizzy and stuff. So what would you do for this? I want you to pause. I want you to think. Okay, so pause this, write your answer, and unpause. Well, now that you unpause, let me just show you very quickly. Okay, your longest carbon-carbon chain is right here. It's going to be, again, right to left. Okay, which means everything's are really just side group other than, of course, the aldehyde we see here in the terminal carbon. So alphabetically, let's go. So we have at number 8, amino. Okay, and then we have at number 8 again, cyclohexyl. Okay, number 3, we have hydroxyl. Number 3 again, we have methyl. I'm trying to do this carefully now. At number 5, we have 2-phenyl. And obviously this is a non-anal. Okay? So, phenyl, that's right, is when benzene is part of a side group, what we would call benzene. Okay, I always wonder, why don't we just call it benzol or something like that? Maybe there's something called benzol. Who knows? Who knows? All right, as I promised you, there's some amine that we didn't talk about the other day, which I'm going to go back and take a look. So I'm going to look at some complicated example here. Okay. Let's make this a carboxyl group. And let's put a keto here, just for the sake of it. And let me just put a triple bond here, just to be cool. And, hey, how about a phenyl right here, huh? And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put not an amine, but what if I have something like this? Now that's worth looking at, isn't it? Because that is something we haven't seen before. Maybe we have, I don't know. Having bad memory these days. So here's your longest carbon-carbon chain. That's something, let's circle this. And let's assign the numbers. And we know why. We know why this is number 1, right? So, this guy's a side group. This guy's a side group. This whole thing is a side group. But how are we going to acknowledge this side group? Okay? What we need to know is that this is an amino group. It's always going to be an amino group. The problem with this amino group is the CH3 right here. So we kind of have a side group of a side group. Oh my. What are we going to do? No problem. Alphabetical order. So I have a keto. I have a phenyl. Oh, phenyl. Okay, so it's A versus K versus P. So let's name this. So this will be 5. Now, I'm going to have a bracket right here, amino. So this is talking about that at number 5, in the 5th carbon position, you have an amino group. Okay, but there is something inside this amino group that we want to take note of. All right, let's continue on to just finish off the name, then we'll take care of what's inside that bracket, okay? So we have number 3, keto. At number 5, we have phenyl. And this is a oct 6-ine oic acid. Okay? That's for sure. What's bothering us is this guy right here. Not a big deal. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Amino, right? We all agree this is an amino group. So what this bracket is talking about is what's connected to this amino group. So it looks like there's a methyl connected to this amino group. So we write N, which stands for nitrogen. this nitrogen is connected to a methyl. Like that. This is called a bracket system. Okay? And the bracket system is used whenever you have a compound, we have a side group of a side group. Okay? You'll actually see this a lot later on when you study organic chemistry, but of course this is very preliminary, and we write at numbers in position number 5, which is indicating this carbon. In this amino group, one of the nitrogen is connected to a methyl group. Right? So, something very, very important. You're not going to see a lot of those, though, but that you just really need to know. Okay. Let me give you another one. I don't know why with me with aldehyde and ketone, I kind of like hang out. Okay. What about this? Okay. What about that? All right. No big deal. Let's number those carbon. Okay. We have, of course, at number 4, something amino. We'll take care of that later. We have 7 keto and 2 phenyl. Ooh, I almost wrote phenol. Can you saw that? Octanol. Huh. Okay. Now, what's going to go inside here? How are we going to acknowledge these guys? No big deal. N dimethyl. Okay? Meaning that there's 2 methyl group connected to N's, which is nitrogen. So N dimethyl. Now, is it necessary to say N? The answer is yes. You have to say N. Okay? If you just write one N, I guess people would know is because you have dimethyl, right? Because I'm sure there's no such thing as this. Sorry. This, like this. Okay, because this N cannot take care of all of that. But, hey, must follow the rule. They want you to do N dimethyl. We're going to have to do N dimethyl. Okay. Alright. I'm not going to erase the whole name here. I'm just going to be lazy a little bit. I'm just going to erase this. And I'm just going to erase that. And instead, I am going to put this. What we're going to do now. Okay. Well, oh, maybe I shouldn't have erased everything. 4 in this bracket will be a bigger bracket, let's just say. So we say N is connected to an ethyl, comma, the other N is connected to a methyl. Okay, I hope you know why I said ethyl first. Because of E and M. In this is all part of amino. And then you have your 7 keto, you have your 2 phenyl, and you have your octanol. Alright? I hope you guys are comfortable with that. Okay? The good thing is nitrogen can only connect it to 2 things. It's not like you're going to have like an explosion of N-ethyl, N-methyl, and something else, amino. So, it's not going to be that bad. I hope. Alright. There's not much. Okay? In terms of organic chemistry, you'll notice that Cognity doesn't give you much in terms of nomenclature. It's actually very, very shallow. Now, if you're taking the regular grade 12, you'll see a little bit more. But what I'm giving you here is a pretty good understanding of organic chemistry, which you will see again, okay, in second year university. Hopefully you make it there. Let me do one more, and that will be it in terms of organic nomenclature. As if for now, we will start looking at organic reaction. And let me just tell you, in organic reaction, you're going to have functional group reacting with other functional group to make a brand new functional group, like ether, like ester, like amides, and stuff like that. They have their own naming system. I know, thinking about it gives me a headache already. But anyway, let's take a look at this example and then we'll call it a day. And your quiz on Monday will end right here with this last example. Get a triple alcohol. Okay. That should be punishing enough, right? So, pause this video and name this. Alright. I guess after finish pausing and naming, let's see if you can name this. No tricks. Okay, no tricks. This is indeed your longest carbon-carbon chain. It's a 9-carbon long carboxyl group. Okay, of course, everything here are side groups. And let's name these side group alphabetically. Well, again, you have at number 5 position, you have some sort of amino group with a whole bunch of things. Oh my goodness. You have a methyl, you have an isopropyl. Well, isopropyl comes first, right? So N-isopropyl, comma, not dash, but comma, okay? N-methyl. This is all part of amino. All right. And then you have your, I guess, hydroxyl, 9,9,9, trihydroxyl, 8-keto, 5-phenyl. All right, you have a non, 3-ine, 16, oleic acid. All right. Okay, so next Monday, we're going to have a quiz on organic nomenclature. So we're going to go from the very first time we saw alkane all the way to phenyl and these crazy amines, aminos. Anyway, so tomorrow I have some worksheets for you to work on, okay, to strengthen your knowledge about naming, to get you prepared for next Monday. And then on Thursday and Friday, we're going to start organic reactions. So that's where the fun begins. Anyway,